There's a rapper by the name of Lil Uzi Vert, and he was nearly robbed of a $24 million diamond that he had implanted into his forehead.
Of course.
Now, I'm gonna give you the details about how he nearly got robbed of that diamond in just a second, but first, one of my favorite, probably my favorite CNN reporter gives you more details in this next clip about what the diamond's all about. Let's watch.
Rapper Lil Uzi Vert showed off his new diamond-encrusted face in this video. The pink diamond reportedly cost 24 million bucks. Uzi posted, "This one stone cost so much I've been paying for it since 2017. A lot of M's for millions in my face." To which one poster responded, "Paid all that money and it's not even centered." The rapper says the diamond is between 10 and 11 carats. He bought it from jeweler Elliot Eliante, who caters to celebrities. Lil Uzi is known for his love of bling and his love of tattoos. Now fans joke he'll be spending all of his money on security for his forehead. At one point he posted, then deleted a photo of blood trickling from the diamond, saying, "If I don't get it took out the right way, I could die. No, seriously." But he survived, posting a video with a diamond glittering in the dark, captioned, "Okay, we good."
Okay, so
I love Janine Moose, or Moss, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Janine, you're amazing. We love you. You're our favorite reporter on CNN by 100%. A lot. She's the one who did Mountain Man, Epic Mountain Man. He had beautiful hair.
Instead of him, bam.
He had 6 fingers. Go back and watch that old YouTube video that we did of her story. Anyway, I love her deadpan delivery. And
we good.
Then he posted, "Okay, we good." Okay, so this reminds me of a story that I think that JR and I did, or maybe we talked about it off air, I don't remember. But there's some. I think it was an athlete, went to Vegas and was bragging about how much jewelry he had.
Don't do it.
And then as he was walking on the strip, right, he got jumped because he just like advertised, "Come rob me," right?
Yeah.
And if you're walking around with a $24 million diamond in your head, you're a walking billboard for "Please come rob me," and then they got to rip it out of you. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, so what happened, right? Don't worry, he still has the $24 million diamond. However, while he was at a music festival in Miami, he decided that it would be a great idea to do a little bit of crowd surfing with a $24 million diamond implanted in his forehead. So guess what happened? Someone did rip it out of his forehead. And I don't know what happened after that. I read multiple reports on it, and there's no clarity on how he ensured that he got his diamond back, but he's in possession of the diamond. But obviously that's dangerous, and like dangerous to his health. Someone ripped it out of his head. Now he has some other piercing there rather than the diamond. But like, what? Don't do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, don't do any of it. Don't do the diamond in your forehead, but also don't do the crowd surfing when you have expensive stuff on your body.
Anna, I found the old article that I was referring to. So it was Javon Walker, he's a former NFL receiver. I remember the whole story now, and I'm gonna read you the first paragraph because it's so related to this story. It's from the Las Vegas Sun. Former Oakland Raiders wide receiver Javon Walker testified Thursday that he no longer wears large amounts of expensive jewelry or flashes cash after being beaten and robbed in Las Vegas almost 2 years ago. I mean, this used to be called common sense.
I know.
Right, like your parents used to warn you, like, "Hey, be careful, check." My parents told me about New York City. If you go like anywhere in New York City, the subway, whatever, always check your wallet because there's master pickpocket artists in New York.
Oh yeah, okay. But okay, I have a story to share.
I developed a tick. Whenever I walk by people anywhere, I check my wallet in my back. Okay, I just subconsciously check it, right? Apparently, these folks didn't have those parents. They're like, okay, take your cash and your jewelry, throw it all over your face, okay, and see if people come and attack you. Doesn't anybody have common sense anymore? And the place I would have looked for it in rappers, but even rappers aren't making sense anymore.
Look, it's funny that story about your parents is hilarious. My dad is the same way, like super paranoid about pickpockets and stuff like that. So when he took a trip to Europe with my mom, like several years ago now that I think about it, they were like sightseeing, and someone who, like a group of people, were very clearly trying to pickpocket him. But little did they know that my dad's like the most paranoid guy ever and is suspicious of everyone. So like,
all right, it sounds like JR again.
So one of them did this trick where he like spilled water like on my dad's foot. Right, and then the thought is my dad's gonna be distracted, and then a second person picks his pocket. But as soon as it happened, my dad's like, and caught the guy trying to pick his pocket, and he kicked him.
That's
and I was
Kasparian.
Like, Dad
Kasparian, love it.
So funny.
See, this is an immigrant mentality, okay? Because so pickpockets are more common, especially in the old world, right? Yeah. Both Europe, Middle East, etc. And so that's why they tell you, oh, watch out for the pickpockets. They are so good. They're gonna get you. Okay, in this case, though, it didn't really take a master pickpocket artist. Guys going around, they just reach up and rip it off his face.
Yeah.
Oof. So I guess his security must have recovered it. But now you gotta pay for the diamond and you gotta pay for the security. He's gonna get need a lot more than a Lil Uzi Vert to cover all the security. I don't even know what the name means, honestly.
This story, like, I gotta be honest.
I'm such a dork.
I'm out of touch. I have no idea who this guy is, and apparently he's popular enough to make enough money to buy a $24 million diamond. So I feel awful. I've gotten there. I'm past the cool age, I guess. Yeah. But like, I like listening to podcasts, I don't really listen to the radio anymore. Like, how do people get into new music? And then sometimes I listen to the new music and I don't understand it.
You're so old. You're so old, it's hilarious. At least I like it, yeah. No, I'm the same way. I just didn't admit it as much as you did.
I like to be honest with the audience, okay? I'm an open book. My cards are on the table.
Yeah, little I get. I think Uzi's the weapon. Vert, I don't know. Edwin, were you going to say something? Were you going to educate us?
No, he's like, no, I don't.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you grabbed the mic. Okay. Accidentally threw Edwin under the bus there.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, okay. So one other thing I wanted to mention about this. I'm actually pretty surprised to see that rappers are still like showing off their bling or their lavish lifestyles, because I just feel like younger audiences these days are a lot more critical of materialism and capitalism and all of that.
And ostentatious wealth.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty surprising.
But that's why the Kardashians racket's almost running out, because it got to a point where they were doing private parties in the middle of COVID on a deserted island. In the old days, not deserted island, fancy island. In the old days, people would be like, oh, you're so rich and rubbing it in our face. We love it, right? And that's how they got rich in the first place. But now people are like, that doesn't feel good.
You know why? I think because people realized, look, I think the culture or the mentality back then was, this is what I aspire to, and there's a possibility I could get there. And I think throughout the years, people have been beaten down with the cold hard facts and the reality of this economic system, right?
Yeah.
So those fantasies, I think it's actually a good thing. Like, people are less idealistic about what their futures are gonna be, probably because of things like student loan debt. Let's keep it real, right?
Yeah, so I'm glad we beat that idealism out of you, okay?
Absolutely, yeah. Because it was always
we need you
a myth. Let's keep it real.
We need you to stop that ideal attitude, okay? But Anna is right. The one thing we all have on our face is student loan debt. And that's the thing we wish they would rip off of us, but instead it's like one of those like alien movies where they get on your face and you can't get them off.
They want to make you pay your student loan debts from now until forever.
That actually is true. And what Tucker Carlson should have said if he wasn't actually a secret corporate stooge. There are a lot of great ways to watch the Young Turks, but is there a best way? Of course. course, the best place to watch live. Tune in weekdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. You get our uncensored, unapologetic version of the news that you won't get anywhere else. Watch us live.